Yeah. Um, okay. Well, while we're here, we thought we would go ahead and we're going to try to end every video on a top 3 list. And so we came up with our top 3 British movies. No, film noirs. All right. Let's go back and forth.
Okay, let's do it.
I'll start at 3.
Yeah, I have seen no film noirs, so I'm kind of cheating. But I'm gonna go. My number 3 is gonna be No Country for Old Men.
What's the most you ever lost in a coin toss?
Which is recent and not very noir, but it is crimey.
I would say it's film noir.
It's noir adjacent, I think.
It's definitely inspired by film noir. If you wouldn't call it itself a film noir, but I think it could. I think the definition is pretty malleable. Okay, so my number 3 actually don't have these ordered, and I have 5. Number 3 is a movie called Brute Force. This movie stars Burt Lancaster. Came out, and I'm not sure exactly what came out, but I want to say 50, or maybe it's 40s. I don't know. 40s. I'm gonna say late 40s, early 50s as a guess. Wait, let me late 50s. I actually don't know. Our researcher is looking it up right now. I think 47. Okay. And this movie came out in 47. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I almost didn't immediately think of this movie as a noir because it's entirely set in a prison. And I think of it in that genre of prison escape movies, which is kind of its own thing, in my head at least. But it's, to me, one of the... I'd maybe call it the best prison escape movie ever made. Maybe. Or at least top 3. Amazing performance by Burt Lancaster. He is so good in the movie.
What are you figuring? 12:15 tomorrow. You're crazy. That's just why we've got a chance. This takes timing, planning. No. The longer you wait, the longer the odds. Somebody cools off, another guy stalls, a third guy can't keep his mouth shut. No, for us it's now. We hit him hard, fast, suddenly we make it.
It nails crowd pleasing moments without coming off like it's reaching for them. It's one of the few movies that does that really well. Highly recommend that one. I think that might be on Criterion Channel. Maybe. There's definitely a Criterion Blu-ray of that one.
Better than Prison Break?
TV show on the CW? I can't watch it. I didn't watch it, so I can't say for sure. I can't. Yeah. Number 2. You number 2.
Okay. Yeah, my number 2. Again, we're gonna use the definition of noir very loosely. I'm gonna go with Under the Silver Lake, which was like 2015-ish.
Sounds no, because that came out after I started reviewing movies, so it would have been like 2018. Or closer. Researcher.
2018. Okay. But yeah, it's got some crime stuff. It's very like old Hollywoody.
Yeah, it takes place. It's in Hollywood, right?
Yeah. I think Silver Lake is like, I think it's called Silver Lake in Hollywood. Yeah. It stars Spider-Man. It's very good. It's hard to get into without spoiling it, but
yeah, it's an interesting like thread movie where someone is like following a thread.
Yeah. That's what I like in these kinds of movies. I like the detective stuff too. Where you kind of, they give you like a puzzle to solve, I think, and then you slowly unravels.
And there's an idea in that movie where he's playing The Legend of Zelda on his NES, and as he solves puzzles in the game, it's like triggering, oh, he can solve a puzzle in real life. I had that idea like 10 years ago. Just sort of throw that out there. Okay, my turn. Number 2, I'm gonna go with a movie called The Man with the Golden Arm. The release date, I'm gonna say 1955 or 57. I like the release dates. It's fun. Uh, 55. Got it. Okay. So this movie, again, it's another one where there's no detectives. So in that respect, it's not immediately film noir. But where it fits in that genre in my head is that it's a very somber, cynical movie. Frank Sinatra is the main character. He plays a heroin junkie. And the movie begins, he gets out of, I can't remember if it was prison or some kind of rehab. I don't know if he even had a rehab in the 50s. Prison, yeah. So he gets out of prison and he returns. It's almost like It Always Rains on Sunday, where it takes place in a small community. And so he returns to this community. His girlfriend's in a wheelchair. And he's trying to get his life back on track. So he's trying to get a job as just like a drummer in this local jazz band. And the movie is his struggle to put his life back together after getting out of prison and to resist all those old temptations. Because his heroin dealer is still in town, and he's like, hey, man, you remember me?
6 months. You can hardly wait, I bet. Come over my place. Come. Oh, thanks, Louis. You broke? Now ain't you being stupid? It's for free. I don't need it, is all. I kicked it. Oh. Kicked it? One of them. I mean it. Sure. I'll be around.
So he's constantly trying to resist that and focus on his girlfriend and his life and make everything right. And it's such a good movie. Frank Sinatra is a surprisingly good actor, by the way.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. There's one scene where he tries to quit heroin cold turkey, and he overdoes it a little bit. Yeah, he's like rolling around and stuff,
Like Train Spotting.
Yeah, sort of. But another great movie, another movie I would recommend anyone. Great movie. Okay, what's your number one?
Okay, my number one is going to be, I'm going to use this for every single topic we do. It's going to be Blade Runner 2049, which came out in 2049. I don't know, 2018 maybe. Wait, what?
It sounds right in my head.
Oh, okay, I was close. But yeah, it does. It's really, really good at that sort of thread unraveling thing, right? Like you're given something to latch onto, and then they kind of slowly drip feed you more and more information until, revelations at the end.
Yeah, and it really nails the moody, quiet protagonist.
Yeah, the aesthetic is really on point.
Yeah, that's a great one. All right, my number one. Is there a drum roll? All right, my number one is a movie that I actually watched, I don't want to say recently, maybe about a year ago. It's called Elevator to the Gallows.
Right, okay, yeah, we talked about this a little bit.
It's a French movie, directed by Louis Mal, and it's the classic noir setup of two lovers. I think one of them is married, or I can't remember if they're both married, but they decide, we got to kill the husband. And so the movie, this isn't a spoiler. It opens with the murder of the husband, who's this boss that the lover at the company that the lover works at. And so again, like It Always Rains on Sunday, there's a lot of subplots going on in this movie. But the one with the male lover of the two, after he kills the boss, the woman's husband, he gets on the elevator to go back down to escape the scene of the crime, and the elevator breaks.
Oh.
So he's just stuck in the elevator as everything's as they're investigating. Like no one noticed this elevator is not working, so he's just there. And as the investigation goes on, they reach out to the guy who's murdered his wife, and they bring her in for questioning. And it's just a 10 out of 10 crime drama. It's so good, and it nails that stylized thing that I didn't get, and It Always Rains on Sunday. It's such a beautiful movie. One of the all-time great black and white movies. It came out in 1958. Yeah, pulled that right out of my head. Incredibly beautiful movie to look at. It has Miles Davis does the score. It's an original score by Miles Davis, so it even has like the jazzy score to it, it's just a 10 out of 10 movie, 10 out of 10 film noir. Highly recommend it to anyone. All right, so those are our 3 favorite film noirs. Let us know what yours are in the comments below. And also let us know
when they came out. That's important. We need to know that.
Yeah, if they don't have years, we'll delete your comments. Then let us know what you think about our choices. Have you seen any of these movies? What do you think about them? All right. Well, we're at the end of the video. This is always the hardest part to end. But we're going to have to say goodbye. And I'm going to have to find a hospital. Like the video. Subscribe. It's very easy to subscribe. It's just a simple click. It's not like you have a certain amount. So just please click. It'll help us a lot. Commenting helps too. And then we have all our social media channels. Facebook, Twitter, or is it, what's it called now?
Yeah, Threads.
Twitter, Threads, Z. What's the other ones we have? TikTok, Instagram, and Letterboxd. We're on Letterboxd. So go find us on there and go find our individual accounts too. All right. Next week we'll do whatever. We haven't decided yet. Okay. See you next time. Hope you have a wonderful day. Do something nice for someone.